Hey guys, my name is Chantel. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for hanging out with me today. And we are back with my good friend Mia to talk about Fruits Basket.
Hello. Yes. Fruits Basket season 2.
It's good to be back. We're back.
I
Y'all
know.
thought you had seen The Last of Us with Chihaya Furu.
Nope. We were coming back with a vengeance with Fruits Basket.
Oh man, but it's gonna be interesting because Mia is a manga reader. I am not. I know little details here and there thanks to her. And if you've seen last week's episode, which is over on Mia's channel, then you know that I did some deep diving through Google with some spoilers. So there are a few things I know, but not everything.
Yep.
So, I guess let's just talk about this week's episode, which is episode 2.
Dun dun dun. Yes.
Which was a Kyo focused
It
episode. I was like,
was.
oh, interesting.
Because last week we got Yuki centered episode, and now we got Kyo centered episode. So I don't know who the hell we're gonna center the next episode on. Maybe just Toru, I don't know.
I know the way that these episodes are going. It looks maybe. Who knows? We'll find out next week.
Dun dun dun.
This is a cute episode of Kyo and Toru. I really like man, they're really like making me like them more and more.
Yeah, it's really like the show is really pushing like both ships on you like at once, but in like different ways. So like with Kyo and Toru, like in this episode, like they're just like really just hanging out with each other, and like they're doing normal things that like you would do as like a couple, like, oh, we're gonna go visit like my family's house, or we're gonna go like shopping or something. Whereas like when it's Toru and Yuki, like they're pushing more of like, oh, we're like walking home together. Oh, he's like picking her up from where at like work and stuff. Like I think it's cute how it's like different aspects of like, oh, it could like them together is like this, and then the other two together is like this. So it's like the show is really just like trying to make you it's like choose a side if you already haven't. I mean, I've chosen my side. I've stuck with my side. I'm still a Yuki fan 100%, but it's this version of the show is really like making me think Kyo and Toru is also really cute too.
I like both. And man, I always have trouble with my ships, so like I'm like whoever you think is best for you, girl, I'll go with you. The way that the story goes, and that's when I'll make my decision. But yeah, it's interesting because we get to see Kyo's master once again.
Yes, again, but he cut his hair.
I know, I was kind of surprised. I was like,
I'm
oh, okay,
gonna be
like what?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember this shit happening in the manga. It could have. It's been such a long time since
Mm,
I read that part of the manga, so I don't remember that happening. Also, I don't remember the master's assistant dude being in the manga, but again, it's been a long time, and like honestly, when I read the manga, like I was more focused on just like because I didn't like Kyo in the manga. I thought he was really annoying, so I didn't really care about him. I cared more about like the other characters in the manga. Um, I like his master. He's daddy levels for sure.
yeah, for
I
sure.
was like, oh shit.
He's such a good dad to
He
kill.
is. He's a great parent. Like
Hmm.
Kyo really like lucked out in terms of who raised him, because we see his actual dad, like his biological dad in this. What an asshole.
He is. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's kind of it's to be expected at the same time because we've
Yeah.
seen like most of these people's family of the Zodiac peoples, and sometimes they luck out with having really good families,
Parents,
and
yeah. And
sometimes
sometimes their
they're
parents reject them
hmm
completely.
complete assholes.
Which, like, the whole time I was watching, because, like, Kyo's dad makes a big deal out of it, like, oh, he's like a monster. He doesn't even call him him. He's like that monster, it, whatever. And he's like, you're gonna have to help us lock it up after it graduates and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you made him. Like, if you're gonna blame anybody, you need to blame yourself, dude, because you're one half of him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like
Yeah.
when like parents who feel like their kids are worthless or like, like they blame other people. It's just like, they came from you. Like you had a hand in why in quote unquote why he's like this. Cause like, I mean, you didn't raise him at all. You like outright rejected him in the first place. Like, of course he's all screwed up because you didn't parent him. Like someone else had to take over for you.
Yeah, on top of that being the cat spirit,
Yeah.
like that's some all sorts of fucked up, man.
Yeah. Dude, and like legit though, legit though, when the master was like defending Kyo and everything, bruh, I was like legit crying. I was like, oh my god, like, like I was getting really emotional. Like I was crying. I was like, oh my god, like tearing up. Like I was really surprised at myself. Honestly, the times that I've like actually cried watching Fruits Basket this time have been like moments about Kyo. Like what's happening to me? Like I'm finally feeling that connection
Yeah.
that was lacking in the original series and in the manga, honestly.
It was nice to see. Like it kind of reminded me of like my dad and my stepdad, if that makes any sense. Like
Hmm.
this part was like so relatable because like yeah, you can have like you have your biological father. My biological father, like I I gotta be careful with how I word this because just in case if it gets out to my older sister, which I doubt she watches it, but he's basically like non-existent in my life. If that's the best way that I can put it. He's just there to like be like, oh, like how are you doing? And then that's it. Like hi and bye. Like that part's relatable. And then you have like my stepdad, which is like, just goes to show you that who gives a fuck about biological people. Your dad is your dad, the person who raised you. That's
Yeah.
your parent.
Yeah, like when he's like, Kyo is my son and stuff, I was like, oh my god, like my I was already like tears welling up in my eyes. I was like, oh man, like he's such a good man. Like that's when I was like, yeah, he's daddy level. Definitely becoming a a character that I'm very attracted to. So good
Hmm.
on you, Fruits Basket reboot, giving us more daddies slash husbandos.
Yeah, but with the fact that he even said that he would die for Kyo, I'm just
I know.
like, oh shit, I was like, you better not die,
Oh
because I
my
swear
god.
to God, if something bad happens to you, I'm gonna cry, and then Kyo is not gonna be too happy
Yeah.
about that either.
And the other thing is like I like that they show the flashbacks of like him parenting Kyo, like him being there for Kyo, like showing the flashback when they talk about like when Kyo was scared of like the creepy face in the wood, and it's like he's like comforting him, and then like whenever he kind of like pats him on the head and like reassures him that like everything's okay, and like you can tell their relationship is really strong because Kyo is also like worried about him, like, hey, where are you, like, when he says, oh, I have to go, Kyo's like, what, but like we just got here, like where are you going, like, is everything okay, like nothing's wrong. um so like you can tell he's like the only person that ever like actually cared about him before he met Toru. So like it's really nice to like see that that there was somebody out there like caring for him, even though like that kind of shunned them both from like the rest of the family. I mean, yeah, he's still doing good for himself. He's got a big house, no food in the kitchen, but
Yeah.
he's got a nice house. He guess still has his dojo and shit. It was nice to see. And then I liked the moments between Kyo and Toru in this episode too, because like again they're like showing you, oh, well here's this ship for you guys. Here's some fan service. Like look how
Mhm.
cute they are just talking with each other.
I was
And
surprised though, like with hearing about Kyo being locked up after graduation. That I
yeah,
did
I was
not
like, oh
know.
shit. Which my thing was like, then how the hell, because you know how like the master's grandfather was the one possessed by the cat before, like how did he
Yeah.
like was like someone like assigned to like be married to him? Like how would that work? Cuz they have to keep the family line like going, obviously. So
Yeah.
I guess that would be all be up to Akito, I guess, but I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, oh shit, like they're still going to try to like lock him up.
Well, I mean, doesn't it like pass on to anybody? They just don't know who it's gonna be, right?
Yeah, because once the curse breaks from somebody, then you just kind of like someone who isn't born yet is going to get possessed
Yeah.
by the spirit next. Yeah, once the curse breaks on you, like you're basically free. Like you're fine. I mean, that's with the regular spirits. The cat, I think you're still shunned, but because yeah, like I'm pretty sure you're still shunned even when the curse breaks on you, unless the curse can only break like if it doesn't break on you and like I think when you die it gets broken, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure like all the past ones like they just break. Like they just stop. Like and I think the way they realize it is like one day it just doesn't happen to them. Like they just don't.
Which makes me sad because I'm like, damn, then that means Kyo knows. And he does know about what's gonna happen to him. He basically has no future. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, and there was a lot of foreshadowing in this episode. Like a lot. Like they mentioned a lot of different things.
Yeah, the only thing that I caught on was the stuff at the beginning where they're talking about like their school stuff. And who was it? When Uo was like, "Oh, I met
Yeah, Utani.
somebody."
Yep. Yeah, she's foreshadowing meeting somebody. Like that's not just like her talk. Like that's important. She's met somebody. Oh, I wonder who it could be. It could be anybody. But
Someone
yeah,
who's like
she's
Toru.
yeah, someone who's very much like Toru. Which I was like, when that happened in the episode, I was like, oh, I legit like out loud. I was like, holy shit, they're already foreshadowing this. Like they're already mentioning that now. Oh my god, I was so excited. I was like, oh god, yeah. So yeah, Uotani has met somebody because she works at a convenience store. So this person comes in all the time, so she knows who this person is, and she likes this person a lot. Just because she like, I guess they talk to each other casually when they come in the shop. So, but she feels like this person is very much like Toru, and she doesn't. I don't think she. Yeah, no, she doesn't know the whole story yet, but we'll get there eventually. If you can't tell what we're hinting at, listen to the last episode, previous video. But yeah, so I was like so excited. This foreshadowing.
Yeah, because you were literally talking about this last week, and then we
Yeah,
see it in this week's episode. I was like,
yeah,
oh shit.
yeah. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, when she mentioned that, because she's like, I'm probably gonna get married first, and they're like, yeah, but who would you like even be? She's like, well, I know somebody. I have my eyes set on this person. I'm like, oh shit. We're already discussing that. That I assume that means that's gonna come into play soon if she's mentioning it. I'm so hype. I'm
I'm
excited.
excited.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. But there's other foreshadowing stuff too. When they're talking about like what I want to do in the future, like specifically with like Yuki, Kyo, and Toru, where they're like, I don't know if I want to get married or whatever, and Toru's like, let's not really talk, let's not think about that right now. In the moment, I'm just like, little do you all know, she is gonna marry someone. And then like later in the episode, where they're talking about like,
It's
the
basically like their futures and
yeah,
stuff.
like the master telling, like basically saying that like oh, I want Kyo to like take over the dojo in the future.
Yeah, because Toru does ask him, he's like, well, it's not like I can if I wanted to, because Akito has a say in that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
god damn it.
that is foreshadowing though. I won't say if he does or does not, but you have to find out later.
Oh boy.
But that is something that does come up. That is why I'm mentioning that. Yeah, so lots of foreshadowing. If and you guys in the comments can tell us, who do you think Toru's gonna end up with? If you haven't already been spoiled and you don't want to Google it, who do you think she's gonna end up with in the comments below? Kyo or Yuki, or someone completely different?
It was interesting though with I didn't think Totoro actually had anxieties about her future.
Yeah,
She seemed so well put together and she was so sure of herself until Kyo was like, "Oh, I thought you would understand about people," and he basically kind of makes her think about it. And I was like,
I know. Like when she started crying and stuff, I thought he was gonna be like, "Oh my god, like stop crying, blah blah," but he just kind of like let her cry.
He's like, "I'm used to this, so you can."
Yeah, it's just like, it's fine, you can cry. Which I was very surprised because I didn't remember reacting that way. But I guess at this point, I think if it was first in their relationship, of course he'd be like, okay, why are you crying? Stop. But like at this point now in their relationship, it's more like, because he's just like, man, you're just like the biggest crybaby ever, but well, whatever.
Yeah, this time he's being there for her
Yeah,
instead
he's
of.
just kind of like listening to her, which is, what a good friend does.
I really like Shigura's little like whatchamacallit.
Like
I think
little idiom saying.
yeah. I was like, I mean that's one way to put it, yeah.
Like, yeah, his like analogy.
With the whole thing about the laundry. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good way.
You, dude, when he popped up, I legit like jumped. Like, I was like, oh my god, like it scared me. It's really funny though. I was like, oh my god,
Hmm.
it scared me.
Poor Kyo, man. He just flew across the room, literally.
Yeah, he was like, oh my god.
But that's pretty much about it with this episode. It's just like
Yeah.
the whole fear and anxiety about like thinking about your future, which is like super relatable because none of us know what
Yeah.
the fuck we're doing.
Well, yeah. At this point, it's like I really don't know what I'm gonna do after this. Like after I leave this current job I have, like I have no clue what I'm gonna do.
So that part was really, really relatable. Like in some
Yeah.
shape or way or form, we're all feeling it, man. We all have anxieties about our
Yeah.
futures.
Yeah, especially like when you don't know, like when you really like legitimately don't know where you're going to end up cuz like Toru really doesn't know cuz she's like, "Well, once I graduate, like I probably can't stay here anymore. Like this won't be my house anymore. I'll no longer be able to live here. Like who the hell am I going to live with? Like where will I be?" She doesn't even know what she wants to do. I mean, like she has a job, but I don't think she wants to like make that a career. When they kind of mention like, "Oh yeah, Toto, what if we just get married?" Blah blah blah. I feel like worrying about that on top of all of the other stuff too, like, did not help. Like her anxieties about it, because it's like I really don't want to think about that on top of because she's already worried about like where am I gonna live after I graduate? Like what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go to school? Am I gonna just like work?
I like how Hanajima was all like, maybe I should like go to school and get a good job and then I can
Yeah.
help out. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, those are all my thoughts.
Mine too. Yeah, I think I got everything out that I wanted to talk about.
Me too. But yeah, you guys, for next week's episode, it will be back over on Mia's channel. You guys can check every week. We basically alternate as the episodes go on, as long as it doesn't get postponed, because most of the
Yeah.
themes out there are getting postponed. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, after episode 3, I'm not sure. They haven't said anything yet, so
So let's hope that it still continues, man.
yeah.
But other than that, you guys, go ahead and follow Mia, and she's makes some pretty good content, Ulta pre content too.
Yay.
And we also have a podcast as well.
Yes.
We have some pretty good stuff over there too if you guys want to give a listen. That's about it, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing our ramblings, and we will see you guys in the next video over on Mia's channel. Bye.
Bye.